own safety.
Well, you'd have to stay in water anyway, so I'd know where you were.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Is that why we have
Can I
water
flood
in the
my
court
pumpkin?
for this?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, you know his name. Oh, by the way, the court is water
Like,
accessible.
can you upload to the court, bro? Hold
It is
on.
water accessible. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can make it water accessible.
I'm using the sewer system.
Perfect.
There's a sewer system?
Yeah, vegan.
Yeah, I made a sewer system. No, I made it.
Arnav
Vegan
was
now, but
vital
you're
to
not
the
even-
creation of the sewer system. Arnav's house in particular.
I made it so that I could appraise Arnav's house.
Yeah, Loki probably increased in property value since the court's built on that land.
Is that go on your gavel?
Yep.
Why is there a secret room under the court?
That's where the
jury's-
jurors are supposed to talk.
Why is there water?
Just in case Vig's a juror and he needs to go down here.
Why
I
would
can
he
be a juror.
He wants to be charges against me.
Bro, everyone has charges.
I can be a
It's not-
prosecutor and
oh,
a
it's-
juror.
It's difficult to find a judge, you know?
There's not a lot of people in the survey that doesn't like you, or that likes you, or is
What if we
unbiased
get
towards you.
Mohammed to be the judge?
No.
I could probably get him on right now. Or Robert, or Chris Z. Chris Z would actually probably rule in me.
Wait, are you in the fish bin or not?
Christy would be on.
Can we
would
invite
be on,
Chris Z to the server, please?
He would be on
Me and
Adrian's
Chris-
That'd
side.
be like
but-
Adrian on steroids,
Yeah.
man.
That's the old Christy. Today's Christy is much more mellow.
That is true. That is true.
Alright, can we start procedure? Whatever that is.
All
Wait,
right,
who's
all
Chris
right.
Z again?
Wait, hold on. Are
Order in
snacks
the court,
provided
order
to
in
the court?
That's
Oh,
Snacks.
yeah, I got you. I got
Are
you.
they?
Wait.
Thank you.
Okay, I like this raw primo diet that you guys are going on. Actually,
Yeah, what is this raw food? Get this out of here.
before we get started, I would just like to before we get started, I just wanna give something to everybody. Here you go. Scar, get
It's like Al
down from
Capone
there.
behavior, bro.
Stars.
Why did you give me
Here-
4 nether
Here you go. That was me.
Because
All right.
I couldn't clear my inventory.
Are you bribing the judge? Are you bribing the judge?
Yeah,
I
this is
took- I
considered
took it back.
bribery.
No, I took it back. Wait, you know what? Here, you get 2 then.
Are you bribing other people?
I like your skin. I like your skin a lot. Oh shoot!
Get out of my fish
I like
bowl.
how
Hey,
you.
can
Get
we
out.
take our hats
I-
off?
I-
Can we take our hats off, please?
I like how you stay
To
cool
honor-
in water.
Code. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen.
Are we taking our hats off?
Let's take all our clothes off. All let's take our clothes off. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like,
Not with
oh,
Adrian,
not
not
that
with
kind of court.
Adrian in the room. Not with Adrian. Okay, he actually took them off. Okay. Wait, let me empty
Alright.
my inventory.
So how do we begin?
I don't know. Aren't you supposed to
What
be
a court
charged?
you. What's the guy saying? Wait, hold on. Let me see my spawn point. I think my spawn's somewhere in the woods.
Wait, is it okay if I make like an escape? Escape
No.
place?
No, please don't.
No.
I'd rather you not flip those trapdoors, as that's violation of law code. That is violation of code,
What code?
building codes.
Can you hold him in contempt of court for this?
I think this is.
There's no ventilation, dude. There's no ventilation in this building. We need to open
There's
these
plenty of
doors.
ventilation.
Oh, so this courtroom was really cool. Well done.
That's
Thank
what
you,
I
man.
said.
This is worth like 10 times what
Okay.
Arnav built.
You want some food? You want some food? Here, I got you.
Wait, why is there a dirt
thank you,
block
thank
up
you.
there?
Scaffolding. Don't worry about it.
Here, I got it. Don't worry about it.
All right, get down.
Can you get him down
Please
from there?
return to your seats. Please return to your seats.
Is it okay
Let's
if I
see
just
that.
tell the court that
That's
I brought like 7 end crystals in here,
Oh my
and I have
God.
7
I'll-
obsidian. If that's okay.
Could you please hand over the obsidian and the end crystals?
I would like the court to know I was capping.
Can
let
I
us
set my
preset before we
spawn
get-
somewhere here just in case?
And then you're gonna get spawn
Why would
trapped,
you
so
want
I
to
would say that's
spawn
not a
here?
good
Set
idea.
your- set your spawn somewhere else.
Adrian,
If I don't
spawn
here,
here,
I just want a world spawn, that's it.
Screenshot your inventory.
Yeah,
If I
you
empty
set your
out my
spawn here and it
inventory-
blows it up, your spawn's gone.
Send a screenshot as soon as possible.
Okay, but if he just like punches me to death, then that's different. So can I get my spawn set?
Yeah, sure. You
You
can have a
can
yeah.
screenshot of my inventory.
Ritish, what's the nearest bed?
Probably mine.
Fish out of water.
What
Yeah,
the
make
hell
fun
did
of
water
the
come
table.
from? Oh, yeah, it's over here.
I wonder who it could have come from. Alright, it's in here. Alright.
Yeah. You know, Vic, I had a Restoration 3 helmet I could have given you, but Adrian broke it.
I did.
I'll take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think you
Can I
should
not
also
the
take
judge?
that into
judge? Wouldn't you
consideration.
take that into- Not even the judge. What do you? This is your case. You can add that if you want. What do you
Oh, by the way,
Uh,
do
can
you
we
guys want more
start-
flowers?
No. Can we start trial? I'd appreciate
Yeah,
that.
can we start? Please, everyone take your seats and stop moving around so radically. Some order in the court, please.
I'm not a
Order in
potted
the
plant.
court.
Fun for the trapdoor.
My fault.
Wait, I don't like how he's sitting behind me.
It's okay.
I still
He's
see
harmless.
you.
He's a good man.
Okay, I'll sit behind me. Who is still blowing their horn, bros?
Wait, we should keep
Alright.
it 12 then also.
That's me. Alright. Alright. So, what are we doing? How are we starting this?
I feel like the prosecutor gets to go first. Explain what's going on, why this is a problem.
Alright. So, who's prosecuting?
Alright.
Isn't it prosecutor
Wait, Vic, can I
first?
see that skin?
Big Nash, can you all the next to the stands? Wait, no, actually.
Yo,
you just
stop
start
it.
some.
Stop admiring his clothes, bro. We're in court.
Alright.
This is my
Alright.
natural blubber, I'll have you know.
So, can the
You guys
prosecutor
wanna
please
see-
come to this thing here? I don't know what it's called, but come up here.
Wait, can someone skip the
The stand,
next?
yes.
Stand, yeah. And you can place some water there if you want.
Hey,
Yeah.
can
And
we,
would
can we
defendant
ban
please come to the
conflict?
stand?
Maybe
on
I'll
right,
here. I'm
on
gonna
my right.
It's a part of my race. Why
Oh,
are you
yeah.
blocking?
As of right now, please do not teleport. Please refrain from teleporting, as it's not necessary for survival. So you
Alright.
can take like a 30 minutes to not teleport.
Okay,
30 minutes. How long?
All right. So Adrian, you come to the
maybe
stand.
like 30.
Come to the stand as you're the defendant.
Wait. I have a question, Mr. Joe.
All right.
I have food cooking at home. I hope it doesn't burn down my house. How long is this court case gonna take?
Wait,
Several
don't
hours.
worry, I can
say
go
like-
check on it for you.
15 minutes.
Oh,
Here, wait,
He's
I'll
fleeing,
check
he's
on it.
fleeing.
Get back here. Yo, you fled, bro. Yo.
May I
This
ask-
court
you
sucks,
turned-
he just ran away.
May I ask why we're starting
This
trial?
court is
and-
terrible.
Can we get a bailiff to guard the door?
Ace
Can you
Car, don't
sleep while
worry.
you're there?
You left the furnace
Oh,
off.
never mind.
Don't worry.
Okay, we're good. My fault, gang.
All right. So now what do we do now? Now what?
Oh, wait. I just have one more thing.
Wait, why
To,
is
I would like.
why
if
is
it-
the
if it-
lawyer?
You can't go up there.
If it
Why is
pleases-
the lawyer in the stand? This is
Yo, get down, bro. Get down, bro.
Wait, if it,
Down.
if it pleases the court, may I come up and give the
Okay,
judge some
you're supposed to-
evidence?
Okay, when he starts, you start saying.
All right.
explaining your case.
What's your
He
evidence?
stands there, and then since you're also the lawyer, and
Can
then
I
you
can I
call
come up to
people if you
the
want,
judge,
okay?
please? All right.
Like
So,
stay there,
I
stay there,
actually have
stay
some
down
really-
there. Yeah.
Wait, no,
Right
it's
there.
prosecutor first, then the defendant. Prosecutor.
Yeah,
first,
prosecutor
Yo,
gets to say
Why
what-
is the
Prosecutor
defendant
first.
not-
Yeah. What are you accusing him of?
No, listen.
No,
Adrian,
I
you
have
stand in
some
the
Prosecutor,
box
what are
I
you
have
while-
accusing
circumstantial
Adrian of?
evidence.
You stand in this box while he's talking. After he's talking, you can get out. And then Vignesh, you stand. Where is this guy going?
Can you
stand
stop
here,
handing out flowers?
like around here, or in? Yeah,
Are you bribing?
Yes,
Are you
here's the
bribing the
thing.
judge?
Standing over there isn't exactly feasible.
All right, can we start? Sage, you're taking notes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm recording this.
Okay, we'll start. This guy. 3, 2. Go back to your box, bro.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God, he's
this guy,
leaving, isn't
I
he?
have to get rid of this.
You can leave your box after, but right now you have to be in your box. All right, 3.
What did we say
2,
about
1,
teleporting?
go, Vignesh. It
Well,
doesn't.
it was
who cares,
essential
Vignesh,
because
go.
we were about to start.
Ladies and gentlemen
Alright,
of the
can we start
jury
now?
You're
Please.
speaking to
and
the
the
judge.
Shut up!
stands, because we only have a jury. Yeah.
Order in the court.
Now,
Order.
we
in
have
the
before
court.
us today What we have before us today is a very classic case. There's a skeleton outside. Watch out for that. That a very simple, humble set of villagers who are just seeking to, get by, start a life for themselves, and a war criminal, someone who absolutely detests basic human decency. Now, can we prove this? Absolutely, we can. In fact, the best way to prove it is by simply asking the victims involved. I called to stand every single person in this room to recount your own experience with this war criminal, and by the end of tonight, I guarantee you that we will have a firm resolution that this man is indeed guilty of the highest crimes possible in the server, short of anything Vidyarth could do. I rest my case.
All right, defendant. What do you think?
You gotta ask him how he pleads, guilty or not guilty.
So, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
I plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Yo, what?
Okay. So now what?
He gets to make his defense.
Now he makes Adrian make your case.
Oh yeah. Make your defense.
Opening statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I would like to just briefly introduce myself. All right, from the induction of this server, I have been a hard-working Endirian. I actually worked on defeating not not a level 1, but a level 5 raid, which I would like to aptly remind the court that our friend Diwali actually abandoned the village for. And instead, took around 30 deaths to complete the raid and protect our villagers. While this was happening, Diwali and other members of the server were frolicking around, while me and another compatriot, awesome person, were completing this raid. That attests to my character, and people are accusing me of war crimes, but I haven't even killed a single person on the server yet. But I'm still, I guess I punched a couple people, but a couple brawls here and there, like intoxicated. I'm sure that happens to everybody, right? You fight for what you believe in, and pumpkins, right, are travesty to the server. Pumpkins are preventing us from actually coming together as one community, as a community of different races. If you guys understand the historical context of pumpkins, you wouldn't wear them, right? And now I'd like to rest my case and tell the jury that I am innocent and that I'm a victim of circumstance and of racism. Thank you.
All right. The prosecution would like to call to the stand its very first witness, one Diwali.
Hello.
Now, do you swear to tell the truth, only the truth, and nothing but the truth?
Absolutely. You have like a book I can put that on?
Oh, dude, it's fine. Who cares?
You can
it's
swear on this
fine.
opiate that the defendant gave me.
Yeah. on the poppies.
Call it an opiate, please. It helps my case.
Okay, on the opiates.
All right, thank you. Now, the defense here speaks of raid, and it's very integral to this case. Without establishing the context of the raid, it's very hard to judge his character. Now, I ask you, Diwali, who was it that started this raid?
A certain awesome person.
In collaboration with whom?
A certain Greg Metzman.
I see. And then now was he compelled to this any manner by awesome person, or was it of his own volition?
Of his own volition.
Of his own volition. So he started a raid on a server full of villagers that were just trying to live. Is there any reason why he started this raid?
There may be. I am not sure.
I see. Has he ever expressed any reason himself to you for why he believes he started this raid?
For totems, perhaps?
For totems? For his own gain or for the community?
For his own gain.
for his own gain. So he's putting his own interests at the cost of the community. Now, how many villagers died in this raid?
All of them.
All of them, all of them, and that's very sad. Would you describe this raid as an ethnic cleansing, Kane?
Perhaps one can.
Yes or no, please.
No, I'm not sure. No, no, I would not say it's ethnic cleansing.
You're not sure. Why? Is there a way I can clarify this for you?
Um, the purpose of this raid.
Okay, let me phrase it this way. During this raid, was the express purpose of the raiders to eliminate every last villager from their native land?
Yes, yes. Of the raiders, yes.
So under that understanding, would it be fair to call it an ethnic cleansing campaign?
Sure.
And so, connecting all the statements you've made so far, is there then fair to say that this individual right here, Darknet Spend, initiated an ethnic cleansing campaign for no reason other than his own personal benefit?
One can conclude that, yes.
Right. Now, I must ask you further. Do you have any personal grievances with Mr. Darknet Spend?
Yes.
Would you like to tell the court about that?
Sure. So first off, there was vandalism of private property. My house, was pumpkinized. There were pumpkins all over the roof. I did not appreciate.
Oh, you
this.
poor thing.
There were pumpkins everywhere.
Tell the court how it made you feel. How did it affect you?
This made me feel terrible. The property value of the house went severely down. My house looks ugly.
Property value, say.
I had to vacate the house. There's a.
You were displaced?
I was displaced. I live in the homeless shelter outside this court right now.
Oh, you poor thing.
I was punched out of my house. My armor took at least a fourth of its durability was taken off by Adrian's punching.
Oh my god.
My horse was killed, brutally and mercilessly with an
Wait,
axe.
how was your horse killed? Could you describe those events?
I was being chased around by a certain Drake Netspend with his ender pearls. I was running away.
And why was he chasing you?
Personal gain, fun, entertainment, etc.
I see. So this time it wasn't even a direct tangible material benefit. He just wanted to see you suffer.
Yes, precisely.
Wow. And the horse, he decided to kill it in front of you?
Yep, I was riding it, and he took an axe and put it through the horse.
My god. Okay, that's awful, and I apologize on behalf of the greater community for this terrible action. Now, could you describe some further grievances you have with this man?
While I was living in my old house, my cooked potatoes were stolen. My only method of food, as I am a vegetarian. He stole my iron that I spent 3 hard days caving for. They were taken out of the furnace.
And how much iron was that? Could you give us a value?
Approximately 1 stack.
You know, in my entire net worth currently, all that I own, I have 9 iron ingots. Now that 1 stack would be approximately 7 times my own net worth. So I really feel for your loss there.
Thank you. He's also committed hate crimes. He's been discriminating against vegetarians. He's been forcing me.
Could you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, he's been forcing me on a primo diet consisting of only meat. I am a vegetarian. I cannot digest meat, yet he will not let me eat my foods in peace.
Wow. So the defense, to recap, speaks of racism and discrimination against him, and yet he forces members of different ethnicities and cultures to violate their own ethical code and eat food that is strictly forbidden. And he also initiates ethnic cleansing campaigns whenever convenient for his own benefit. Would you agree with those statements?
Yes, I would.
Now, okay, has he ever attempted to intimidate you to prevent you from coming up to trial here?
Absolutely. While I was on my way here, the bridge I was walking on, blocks were being destroyed as I was moving in order to spleef me.
Wow. Wow, and you survived.
I did survive.
How did you do it?
It was a very close call. I had to fix the holes that he made. I had to use my personal belongings, materials, decreasing my net worth.
Did he ever compensate you for these materials?
He did not.
He did not. Has he ever apologized for this occurrence?
He has not.
He has not. Okay, well, is there anything else you'd like to mention before I'm done here?
Um, no, I would not. I think I've said enough.
Well then, you've been very brave coming up here to testify, and I can't promise that this individual here will not come and intimidate and harass you any further. But I can only say that if justice is served today, then many others will be spared great injustices because of what you have contributed to here. And so I really appreciate you speaking here. And I don't think I really need to add anything. I think the gravity of his actions speak for themselves. So with that, I'll let the defense ask his own questions.
Thank you.
All right. How you defend? Please return to your stand. Please return to your stand. Thank you. And
Defense
may
can-
you.
defense can come up.
Well, yeah, he can walk up to him.
When he talks,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can-
for
he
real?
can ask
All
me
right, my
questions.
fault.
yeah,
He's not a
Alright,
defender right now. He's a
my fault.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I forgot he's representing himself. All right, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. You good.
All right. Please state your name for the court, please.
My name is Sayuj Diwali, alias Diwali.
All right. Diwali, correct, is your username, right?
Sure. Yep.
So I distinctly recall, right, that a certain Drake net spend, I think perhaps he might have lent you 2 diamond horse armors and around 3 saddles. And can you tell me if this is correct or not?
This is not correct. It was not directly lent to me. These were simply put into my horse without. These were simply put into the fencing I had in my house without my permission. Um, I was later told it was a gift, but I never. Um, I never received a request of permission for these activities.
All right. So you're telling me that diamond armor, horse armor, was actually just placed on your horse. Is that correct?
These were not actually my horses. These were someone else's horses, may have been yours, but my horse did not have any armor of any sort.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So these weren't your horses, but so there were 2 more horses in your stable. Is that correct?
Precisely.
You received 2 more horses with diamond horse armor, with saddles already equipped,
I would.
fully tamed. Is that correct?
This was not necessarily.
Objection, relevance.
No, it's relevant.
Objection stands.
It's about the gifts he
What did you say, Ritesh?
received from
He said
Dragonet's
stands.
spend.
Objection stands.
Sustained. You gotta move to the next question.
All right. So the horse that was actually killed, was that your horse? Did you tame this horse?
Yes, this was my horse.
And you're 100% sure about this?
Yeah, I even named it.
Like no doubt in your mind.
Yep, no doubt in my mind.
And I just want to recall. Okay, so where did you leave this horse when Drank Netspend found this horse and returned it to you?
This horse was left in the um the remains of Arnov's first house.
I just want to clarify. I believe my client drank Netspend, found this horse sitting in a river, fending for its life. And I believe Drank Netspend actually sent you a picture of this horse and sent a message saying, "I saved your horse." Is this correct?
Yep. Yep. This is correct.
Right. So out of the kindness of Drank Netspend's heart, he delivered your horse that he saw drowning in this river, built about a platform to bring the
I
horse
would
all the
like
way
to
back to your
clarify that
own
the horse was
stable.
not drowning. It was its nose and upper torso were well above the water. It was not drowning. It was successfully treading
Okay,
on
so
water.
how long do you think the horse would have sustained this effort for, seeing as you were not online the server
It
at this
had
time?
sustained for several days, so I would have assumed it could have lasted much longer. It would have even eventually found safety,
So
and it was a
are
very
you
intelligent horse. Um, it learned from its owner.
are you telling me that you Diwali meant to leave this horse sitting in this river,
I did
and
not.
you
I
were
did not.
completely okay
When
with
I logged
abandoning
off,
this
it
horse?
was on solid land, and it decided to wander off. I did not secure it properly, yet I did not have any intention to let it uh go into the water.
All right. Let's move on now. This horse, right, was saved, right? And once you logged onto the server and found your horse, you saddled up and you rode this horse, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
And so during this time period, you walked up to Drank Netspend, and did you or did you not place a pumpkin on your head while riding this horse?
I did after I was attacked. I was punched.
Can you describe this attack? A punch. Okay, wow. So how many hearts of damage did this take from you?
One, half a heart, and it took durability off my armor, which was already low at that point in time.
Half a heart of damage. And can you clarify how many hearts do you have?
10.
So how close were you to dying from this one punch?
5%. 5% of my health was diminished.
Interesting. So not that large of a percent. Am I
5% is a
correct?
significant amount of health to lose.
Well, seeing as you might have already eaten and you would have gotten that health back. All right, moving on. Right. So once you saw that you were punched, did you immediately place the pumpkin on your head and ride your horse?
I did.
What occurred?
I
And
ran
so
away.
you're 100% sure, right, that you ran away and you didn't come back and punch Drank Netspend while he was AFKing and looking for you?
I may have punched Drank Netspend back in self-defense as I was being chased down.
Ah, I see, I see. So you were being chased down, but weren't you wearing a pumpkin, making yourself completely invisible? Couldn't you have just run away? Why did you stay and choose to fight?
Because I was being chased down, I could not keep running forever.
Well, how would he have seen you?
I was riding my horse. He could have saw the horse.
Okay, I see. So you were riding this horse, right? While you were invisible, you weren't off the horse. However, as my client recalls, you were most clearly not on your horse while punching.
Then your client. I mean, it's a he said she said situation. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
So you are refusing to answer the question.
I'm not. I've stated my point of view. Your client disagrees. I mean, I don't really know what else I can attest to that.
All right. So how exactly did your horse die? Could you describe that to me?
While I was riding it, I was running away from Drake Netspend. He caught up. I, I in fact stopped to send a message. That I was asking for a truce, and while I was typing, my horse was killed with an axe.
Quite unfortunate. And what did Drink Netspend do immediately after your horse died?
He built a rather inappropriate tribute. I wouldn't even say tribute. It was an inappropriate uh inappropriate remembrance of the massacre that occurred that day.
All right, I see. And if this was such an inappropriate massacre, you definitely would have taken this monument down and built your own, correct?
Yep.
So, did you do that?
I did build a new one at my my house. Yes, I did.
I found this quite odd, seeing as I've been to your house and I've actually never seen it.
I don't invite criminals to my house.
Well, you definitely said that was not your house, right? You said you live in the homeless shelter now.
I have another house
So
in a
that's not your
location I
place of
cannot
residence, is it?
disclose, but my primary residence is in fact in the homeless shelter.
Wait, so you have another residence, yet you live in the homeless shelter? That
Yes,
seems like you're kind of mooching off government's resources, does it not?
I am not. I do not receive any support from the government, so I think that statement is false. In any way.
Wait, so you leave your house lying in a river, you have a secondary residence, but you make your primary residence a homeless shelter. So you do all these things, and it makes me question the validity of your testimony, seeing as
How so?
you
How
do all
so?
of this.
And where have I lied? I do not understand how.
You you seem like more of a criminal yourself, seeing as you.
Objection relevance.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That stands. That stands.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So you said a stack of iron
Hey,
was
hey,
taken
can
from
you
you,
get
right?
off the can you get out of the witness box?
That's gotta be
Judge,
intimidation.
Judge, can you do something about this?
Intimidation? Yo, intimidation, bro.
All right.
All right,
So you
I'd
said
like
a
to ask
stack
you
of
to
iron was
stand up
taken
here.
from you, right? You said a stack of
Yeah,
iron, right? Am I
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
All right. Well, if I recall, it was actually 46 iron, and I believe exactly 10 minutes after this incident occurred, the iron was replaced.
It was never returned to me.
It actually was.
I
If you checked your barrels, it would have been there.
that's not my
Of course.
residence anymore. So
Well, during this time period, the homeless shelter was not constructed, so I don't know what to tell you.
I was homeless at that point in time. So the iron should have been
I find this
returned.
kind
The iron should have been directly returned back to me.
you're contradicting yourself. You said you had a secondary residence besides the homeless shelter.
Not at that period of time. At that period of time, I did not have any residence. After
So you are homeless.
now,
Objection, relevance.
yeah, relevance.
stands.
well,
Stands.
well, the witness is contradicting himself, which makes me question what he really saw about Drake Netspend.
He already said it stands. You can't justify it now.
Okay. Well, I yield my time.
All right.
All right, it's the defense's turn to bring up a witness.
Oh shoot, it's raining.
We're inside.
Oh, I
I
love
feel
it.
unsafe.
Could we create a small hole in the roof so I can enjoy the rain?
Is it raining?
Sure.
Reflection or not that.
Oh my god, he's so rich. He builds up in logs.
Please step down from the box. That's you. You missed it completely. Come on.
No, this is good. This is good. This is good. Keep it here.
Why is
That way I don't have to
raining?
stand in the water. I can stand up here.
All right.
Oh, actually, it'll work.
Okay, let's just get some air. And then...
Oh, yo, Prof, chill with the lava, bro. Chill with the lava.
Waffle.
All right, yeah, it's the defense's turn to produce a witness.
All right, I would like to call Askar to the stand.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right, Askar. You've
Ah.
had a long history with Drake Netspend, have you not?
Define long. Like.
Well, you've interacted with Drake Netspend multiple times on the server.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right, so I just want to call into mind what recently happened before this court date. So I know you, Askar, are a anti-pumpkin, right? So you never have pumpkins on you because you understand the racial connotation of the pumpkins. Oops, that's actually my bad. I didn't mean to. You understand the racial connotations of the pumpkin, right? And you respect that, and that's why you don't wear the pumpkin.
Yeah, I don't wear a pumpkin. Yeah.
Of course, of course. All right. And I find that, and I feel that that's very respectful, you know? And doing this, right? Did Drank's net spend reward you for your noble actions?
Yes, he gave me a totem.
All right, great. Did you have a totem on you before this, perchance?
I did not.
So, would you say that a totem of undying is a life-saving measure?
I mean, I guess if you define it.
So, Drink Netspend really wanted you to not die. Is that correct?
I mean, yeah.
I believe this totem came from a raid that a Drink Netspend did in another village, separate from the village that Diwali abandoned.
So you're saying he committed another ethnic cleansing in another village?
No, because
Oh, boy.
um, he
I
actually
think the
made sure
defense
all
of
the
digging his own
villagers were
grave.
safe. He made sure all the villagers are safe. Not a single villager died during the raid. I can attest to
Is there
this.
proof of that? Is there proof of that?
There actually is, because all
But
of them
still,
are alive.
nonetheless, even after the first
I-
raid
I would
killed
like-
all of the villagers, he decided to make another one afterward.
Exactly.
Well-
It's a little strange. It's a little.
Well, I would say that the exact opposite happened. Like, not a single villager's life was lost, yet all the pillagers died, right?
Yet you still put those villagers under that danger.
Well, they weren't in any danger at all. They were moved to a separate, safe location. At some point,
Was
that
this
raid was going to
location up
happen.
to code?
Yeah, it was. It followed all OSHA regulations and health regulations. There was a nice mall. There was a restaurant. There was multiple places of residence that were all provided for free. It was amazing. Yeah, why are you
Why-
questioning these views?
You can't ask the thing.
Wait,
My bad.
This guy's just asking.
I would like to call some bias in the court. I feel like my client is being threatened by the judge.
Client, I didn't say nothing to your client. Other than you. I was talking to your
Just,
actual
no, just
client.
to
Wait,
Diwali
my
Diwali
bad.
scratch
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I was
He wasn't
people.
even
My
here. It
fault.
doesn't even matter. He wasn't even recording. Just scratch that from the record. All right. Do you have any
Every,
more
everything's
questions?
being recorded, bro. This has been going on for
All right,
37
Ace-Car.
minutes.
Scratch that from the record.
I'm not going back and editing.
Ace
it
Car
down.
has- Has Drank Netspend ever killed you before? Has he killed you with any sort of weapon?
He's attacked me with the weapon before.
But did you die?
No, I did not die.
Okay, and would it be safe to assume that when you said stop, Drank Netspend stopped?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
All right, great.
Why is the judge
So
actually-
it looks to me like Drake Netspend is very respectful, right? He saw your boundaries. He did not prevent. He prevented you from dying, and even gave you a totem because you respect the racial connotation of the pumpkin and made sure you stay alive.
Objection, conjecture.
What does that mean?
Oh no!
All right.
All right, fine.
Judge
Just let it
doesn't
play
know
out. Let it play out.
All right. Knowing all this, we know Drake Netspend is a person of marvelous integrity, and he prevents people on the server from dying.
Objection, leading
And
question.
I yield my time. I yield my time.
All right, all
Alright.
right. I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
Yep, ready.
All right. Now, Mr. A. Scar, the defense has made particular note of your long history with the defendant. Now, I would like to ask that, does that mean you also have a long history with other members of the server as well?
Yeah. Like I've
Okay,
interacted with them.
so in your estimation, have you found that other members of the server are typically satisfied with the defendant's behavior on the server so far?
Not really.
Not really. Why do you think that is?
I mean, I've seen chat messages of Diwali complaining that his house was getting burned. Whether grief.
I see. Now, would you say that the Diwali is a credible? The claims that he made are credible today.
Yeah, because when I went to the house, it seemed like it was on fire.
I see. Now, I imagine that with your extensive experience with the defense here, you've probably seen that he's often acted in ways that are a little bit questionable, such as the raid. Now, in your estimation, was this raid conducted for anything other than his own personal benefit?
I don't think so. I mean, if you do the math, you gotta. What? Why is the judge speaking? If you do the math, you see that he got a couple of totems, right? And also,
Mm.
isn't he the one who initiated the raid?
Now, have you noticed that he's been giving out these totems, or do you think he's keep hoarding them to himself?
He gave me one totem, but I don't know about everybody else.
All right, so he's giving out a few of them. You're saying just like a very few.
I mean, yeah, you could conclude that.
Would you consider that to be an attempt by the defense to buy influence with his money?
I mean, yeah, because he did it like 10 minutes before the court case. If I remember correctly.
So, would you then agree that even in cases where he appears to act generously, he's still just following his own self-interest?
You could conclude that.
And did he just attack the judge?
Is this all?
Hey, Scar, I have a question for you. Do you believe that the defense has just attacked a sitting judge of the court?
Yeah, bro, it looks.
Objection
so
relevance.
Yo, why'd
Did
you
I-
shoot him there, bro? You were
Overruled.
there.
No, dude, he pushed me out of the way. You did this on purpose.
You've essentially just killed off the Elytrian race.
Yeah. They're an endangered species already. All right, but back to the court case. Scar, would you say that the defense has the tendency to act in ways that are antisocial?
I mean, define antisocial. Like what
Against
did
the
you
interests
say?
of the community.
Like, I can't. Like, I don't know. Like, are you looking
Do
for,
you
like, a
believe? Do you believe that if not punished, Mr. Darknet Sven would reform his ways to be more courteous to his fellow server members?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Hey,
Okay.
get back to your seat.
Now, would you say that this is an individual that responds well to discipline?
I mean, not really.
Not really. Why do you say that?
Because when I asked him if like he stole something because I suspected him for stealing, and then he denied it. But then I didn't have like a huge amount of evidence to accuse him, so I dropped the case. This guy said he was gonna kill me, he started chasing me. So
Now, you say you dropped this case. Now, did he intimidate you in any way into dropping this case?
yeah, he started chasing me.
He started chasing you. I see. Now, could you tell us a little bit about this suspected stealing?
I had a couple of nether ingots in a chest, and then when I opened it, I feel like if I remember correctly, I had 16, but then when I looked at it, I had like 12, so I saw like 4 gone. And then this guy in the chat also said that he said, "Ascar, thanks for the ancient debris." So I got a little suspicious, like like what? I didn't put on any ancient debris. And then
And so, approximately, what was the value of what he stole?
I think 4, 8 nether ingots.
I see. And so we can then establish that Mr. Darknet Spend had stolen from Diwali an approximate range of iron from about 46 to a stack, and from there, left unpunished, he did not reform his ways. He did not learn to become a better person. Instead, he decided to escalate his practices of stealing, and then moved to your netherite, from which he stole that again. And once caught, how did he respond? By intimidation. Would you agree with that kind of train of events?
Yeah, I feel like that's Seems about right.
So evidently, this is someone that requires state coercion if he is
Judge,
to
I'm being
reform his
intimidated.
ways.
I'm being intimidated. This guy just walked up to me and wore all of his armor.
Objection. That was my lawyer. That wasn't me.
That's not bipolar.
I was here the whole time.
Judge,
Dan.
sidebar,
That stands.
Judge.
All right.
I'd like to appeal for you to have the defense lawyer removed from this courtroom.
I think
Whoa!
that
Did you
stands.
just assault me with water?
No, it's hydrating. Not everything's about you.
That's life source.
Yeah.
Life source. Use that. Anyways,
Life
yeah,
source.
the lawyer will
the
have to
defense can
remove-
remain, but can we have the defense lawyer kicked out?
as the lawyer attacked me and also threatened another person here, he must be removed.
Wait,
All
what?
right, that's it. Get out of
Where's
here.
my due process?
Your defense lawyer is kicked out. but you could say as a defendant.
Do you have any further questions? Okay,
All right. See you guys.
Oh yes, I do have some
Oh, he's-
further questions.
Yo, he left.
Yes,
Okay.
Yo,
that was the defense lawyer. We need the defendant to come back.
the defendant is back.
Okay.
All right,
Do you have a new lawyer?
I had to use the
He gets a
bathroom.
new lawyer. He has a new lawyer. He
Okay,
hired
I can be your defense lawyer if you'd like.
No, definitely.
I
Wait, let me get my lawyer. One sec, he's a bit late.
He's gonna put a mustache on.
Skeleton.
Oh shoot.
Yo, he assaulted. Whoa!
Yo! Yo!
I'm the defense lawyer.
Yo!
I did not
Is
feel
there a
the
dress
same.
code?
Yo.
Is that advanced weaponry allowed within the courtroom?
No, it's not. You must remove that before you can proceed.
Sorry, it's part of my cosplay. So
honestly.
You may keep only
Sounds
you
like
may
that.
keep only the boots on. You can only keep the shoes on.
okay, sure. No, I don't want to give out the dogs for free. You know.
Exactly. Just keep the shoes on. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
All right, now, Scar, I'm almost done with you here. But would you agree that this individual, if found guilty, would require a very serious penalty to learn from his behavior?
Like based off the train of thinking, I assume. Yeah.
You'd assume so. All right, you've been very helpful today. Again, I want to thank you for your bravery for coming up here and testifying, even despite the intimidation that you have faced by certain members of this court.
Anytime.
He has a bow out.
Oh
Put the
my
gun away, sir. Please put the gun away.
I say you should surrender it to the judge's possession until the duration of the trial.
I agree. Please surrender all your belongings at this moment, as you.
Wait, here's the pipe and here's the stuff.
All right. Please surrender your armor as well, your armor and weaponry, and physical.
that's
No,
nice.
thank you. All right, I'll give you instructions on how to use. So you want to aim up, and then you let go, and then you get the craziest hit. You get the craziest hit.
Yo. Damn, it ain't work, bro. It
Is the
ain't work.
judge getting high IQ
Okay.
for
Okay, so you want to you want to go a little bit like low on the aim. All right, here, let me get that for you. Here,
A little bit low on the aim, huh?
not on the aim. Okay, on the
I would request that the defendant gives the judge shooting lessons on their own time.
no, it's a medical necessity. He needs it. Right? He has
necessity.
he has fourth stage.
Are you calling the
leukemia.
judge was sick? Is that what you're saying?
Not well, he's physically sick, but
Wow.
this guy blazing
Wow.
arrows.
Got flaming arrows.
Yo, that's a new level. I don't think you're ready for that yet. All right.
All right. The prosecution would like to call to the stand chicken_lord 123.
All right.
Wait, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the
Wait.
judge?
No,
That was
not
the
that. I'm a
judge.
different guy. The judge is someone else.
Oh, okay.
The judge is my cousin Duckman 456.
It's Judge
Wait, no.
309.
The judge is Pinov's cousin, bro.
Well, I'll be sub judge.
Yeah, you can be the judge here now.
What's up?
All
All
right.
right. Now, Mr. Chicken Lord, in your estimation, does drink net spend pose a danger to the server?
Yes.
Yes. What makes you say that?
He punches me very frequently while I'm using the Blaze Farm, and he also assaults an A Scar as well in that same moment.
And why do you believe he acts this way?
I believe there has to be some sort of mental dysfunction with the species, and yeah,
Would you say that he had a troubled upbringing?
I think so. Yeah, that's the most plausible explanation.
Perhaps has some unresolved issues with his parents,
Perchance.
perchance. Would you say that
Definitively
he tends to
is
act out for attention?
Sounds likely because that's the only way children are raised to do that. They get attention as a child.
All right. Well, that's all the pop psychology I know, so I can't go any further. Now, Mr. Chicken underscore Lord, true or false? You were present on the very first day of the server in which the community was trying to get a farm started, correct?
That is true.
And now, true or false? When the village was first found, it didn't have any carrots or potatoes,
That is also true.
and so these carrots and potatoes were found in a shipwreck by a certain valiant member of the community, and were heroically planted in order to boost the prospects for a future generation. True.
That is true.
That is true. And so these very rare fruits and vegetables were in limited supply, correct?
Yep, that's true.
And so what meager means we planted for the next generation. And now what happened to these crops?
These crops were repeatedly being destroyed by a certain Drakenet spend.
And now why did he destroy these crops?
He simply hated Diwali's necessity for his food source.
I see. Would you say that Mr. Drakenet Sven hates children?
I mean, it's plausible. Yeah, it makes sense. It's plausible.
Would you say that he hates America?
Hates America.
Objection.
See,
Relevance.
damaging. Oh,
Yeah. Sustained.
what the hell?
Who is dying right now?
I think it was A underscore Scar.
That was not me.
I don't know who that was, but would you say that he hates America?
Objection. Relevance.
Yeah, relevant.
Yeah,
Is this America?
Sustained, no, man. Okay. Would you say that he regularly hunts puppies for fun?
Objection. Relevance.
Sustained.
Okay. Now, okay. Now, Mr. Chicken underscore Lord 123. In your view, if not punished by the court today, would you feel safe playing on the server?
Not at all.
Not at all. I see. Would you say there's a high chance the server becomes inactive because people are scared to play?
There's a good chance. Yeah, I agree.
There's a good chance. Yeah. Now, do you know of any server members, perhaps those of an aquatic variety, that used to play on the server, but stopped after Adrian's crimes?
Yeah, certain A-Thatch Potato was on a server. He heroically produced crops for Diwali and the rest of the village as there's food shortage going around, and yet those crops were repeatedly trampled and destroyed by DrakeNet spend.
Wow, that's devastating, isn't it?
It is.
Now, did you hear about the raid that occurred on that very same day?
I heard about it. Unfortunately, I was not present as I was off-world doing some light
I
stream
see.
business.
Now, have you taken the time to collect the facts about that event?
Unfortunately, I haven't gone too indefinite. Other than I know that DrakeNet spend and Awesome Person started a raid, and no one else was available to help.
I see. Now, this awesome person, a partner in crime, so to speak, do you believe he's been punished for his actions on that day?
I guess so. Yeah.
Would you say that he was punished by loss of life, a loss of property? How would you define it?
All loss of property as the government seized his house to build this beautiful courtroom.
Interesting. Now, since this time, has Awesome Person committed any other crimes to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So to put that together, Awesome Person used to be a very serious criminal, also responsible for an ethnic cleansing campaign, but after being punished accordingly at a very severe cost to himself, he then reformed his ways and grew into becoming a model citizen.
That's accurate. Yeah, look at his house over there. It's beautiful, and it's evidence that he's grown from his mistakes.
Would the court take a look at that house over there?
I was
Uh,
okay.
Yeah, we can go. Yeah, I mean,
Relevance?
Relevance is that it's showing that the path to good behavior is mediated by correction along the road by the authorities.
I believe a beautiful house is made from great resources, right? So how would being a model citizen?
You could cross-examine the witness later if you'd like, but for now, it is my turn to ask questions. Please respect the authority of the court. Now, Mr. Chicken underscore Lord, I'm almost done with you, but I must ask, do you feel that you could prescribe for us a recommendation for the punishment of Mr. Drank Net Spend?
maybe trapped in the end, or he has to, or he has to what's called like lose all his armor or lose all his stuff. One of those
Interesting.
two. Those are two
Interesting.
options.
And now I note that both of these are very permanent, right? The loss of items, the loss of being trapped indefinitely in the end. Very permanent kind of notions of punishment. Is there a particular reason why you've chosen those things as opposed to a time-based punishment?
I feel like those will teach you a lesson. As losing your stuff, right? Starting from scratch will show you humility and make you humble again to understand that how everyone else feels when they aren't as powerful as they could be. You know,
Do you believe that Mr. Dranknet spent... I'm sorry, I'll let you finish.
and going to the end, right? That's a very permanent decision, but also shows that there are consequences to your actions, and you must there's rules you have to follow. Otherwise, consequences will be severe.
I see. Now, would you believe that Mr. Dranknet Spend has demonstrated a lack of humility?
Yes.
Yes. Could you give us an instance in which this was true?
So, humility means, right, like caring about society and working to better society, right? Am I wrong?
Kind of. Humility is being humble, right? Being kind of trying to understand the struggles of others. Being not being too full of yourself, too selfish. Being thoughtful, right? Would you say that these qualities describe Mr. Darknet Spend?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Please stop taking my water, sir. Now, Mr. Chicken underscore Lord 123. Do you believe that humility is a very fundamental kind of experience that Mr. Darknet Spend should experience?
Absolutely.
And is there an example that you'd like to point to in which he demonstrated a lack of humility and that was detrimental to the server?
So first, when he stole the crops, trampled crops, destroyed crops, made it so Sage couldn't have food. That was one instance. And another instance is stealing Sage's iron. That's another instance of lack of humility. And punching me, breaking my armor in the process of punching me. That's a lack of humility. And that's about that's a couple of examples I can think of off the top of my head.
Now you're the second person here today who's mentioned breaking armor as a particular method of operation of this of the accused. Now, do you believe that Mr. Darknet Spend breaks armor because he likes to see others weaker than himself?
I absolutely agree. I feel like it's the suppression, right? It's meant to keep the lower classes low, preventing them from becoming strong, and that allows him to keep power.
I see. And so, would you say that this constitutes an abuse of his power?
Yeah, absolutely.
And would you see this hindrance to server growth, this constant wreckage of armor people have worked very hard for? Would you say that it disincentivizes activity on the server?
Absolutely. I worked hard for my armor, and when it broke, right, I had to go back and restart that again, and that takes a lot of time, especially with how busy the Blaze Farm is and how much people use it. So it's hard to get XP a lot of the time.
So by devaluing hard work, would you say that he has kind of taken the reward out of hard work?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so would you say that runs counter to the American dream?
Absolutely.
So would you say that Mr. Darknet Spend hates America?
Objection, relevance.
This is America.
Oh,
We are
establishing
Americans.
character.
The land I founded
I'm
is
making
America.
conclusions
Respect the
about
nation.
America.
He's the judge.
What did you say, Scar? Pranav, what'd you say?
The objection is been sustained. Stop making conclusions about America. It's not right.
Fine.
This is America.
Would you say that he hates Canada?
Objection, relevance.
Uh,
Bro,
Who
everybody
doesn't?
hates
It's
Canada.
sustained.
who
No
doesn't like
countries.
Okay, fine. Would you say that he hates hardworking people?
Yes,
Yes, okay. And would you say that the server, other than the accused, is composed of hardworking people?
absolutely. Definitely the hardest working people in the entire Minecraftia.
Therefore, he hates the other members of the server.
Repeat that again?
Therefore, if he hates hardworking people and this server is composed of hardworking people, would you say that he hates the people on the server?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, finally, the accused has tried to make the point that he's being discriminated against by virtue of using a pumpkin. Do you believe this is accurate?
I feel like there's some truth to what he's saying, but it is not the absolute truth.
Not the absolute truth. Now, would you say that people are wearing these pumpkins out of a hatred for Darknet Spend or out of self-defense?
Out of self-defense.
Would you say that he has taken methods to reduce the potentiality of danger such that people no longer feel they need pumpkins for self-defense?
I feel like he did the opposite. He made it so people would need pumpkins. Otherwise, they feel like they could just get killed or attacked at any moment in time.
Do you recall the widespread use of pumpkins prior to his stealing of the crops and other various crimes?
Yes.
And could you describe what this initial use of pumpkins was like?
So initially, right, I was one of the users of pumpkins, as I was the one defending the farms from getting destroyed, and I would use the pumpkins to stay invisible, so Darknet Spend could not teleport away as I flew in to attack to get the pumpkins back, to get the props back.
Right, sorry. So pumpkins were used to defend the crops, but I mean, prior to those initial crimes, did anybody use pumpkins just to antagonize
Oh.
him?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. So it was never used in a discriminatory manner, but always in a manner of self-defense.
Yeah.
All right, I have no further questions. Thank you very much.
Right now, it's the defendant. Okay.
All right, chicken_lord. Where do I even begin? All right, let's start with the first point you
You
made.
can begin with hi. What's your name?
Hi, what's your name? Well, I know your name, but like, what's your real name?
Well, yes,
My
we
name
just saved what his name was.
Well,
My
that's
name
because
is- My name is.
There's no relevance. Move on.
There's no relevant. All right, yeah.
what is the name?
I would like to.
There's no
I would like
relevance.
You
to.
just called your name irrelevant. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the judge just said your name was. Is that a weapon?
No, there's no weapon. It's a pork chop. Actually, some meat. I think you would love some meat, but I can't give it right now, as that'll be a bribe. So I'll give it to you
All
later.
Thank you.
All right, chicken_lord. You said you were defending the crops. Is that correct? On probably the first day Drake Netspend was on the server,
Absolutely.
or the first day of the server in general. All
Yep.
right. Do you recall if Drank Netspend actually killed anybody during that time period?
You killed me, or he killed me.
All right. And was this prior to you killing Drink Netspend?
No, this was after, and while I was in a weakened state after fighting over and over again.
All right, so you're telling me you killed Dranknetsman first, is that correct?
After he assaulted the crops or just vandalized the crops.
All right, all right, all right. So you killed Dranknetsman first, and can you describe to me the manner in which you killed him?
So I flew down, right, and stabbed him with my axe, and killed him that way.
All right, and do you recall what was on your head at this time? In your helmet
Uh,
slot, that is.
in my helmet slot, there was most likely a pumpkin.
Correct again. Now, you stated before that the pumpkin was used in self-defense, right?
It was in self-defense, yes.
So, but now you're telling me that Drake Netsben did not attack anybody. He did not take anybody's liberty, freedom. He was just taking some crops. Is that correct? And would you agree that crops are needed in order to eat and live?
Well, he was stealing the crops, not taking them for nourishment of himself. He was
Well. I believe a certain aquatic species actually provided those crops for server usage. Is that correct?
that is true.
So, by saying that he was stealing, are you not being discriminatory? Why is Drank
But
Netspend and Endirian, might I add, the only person who is classified as stealing for taking server-wide products?
because these crops weren't fully grown, and it was selfish in order to take it before it could be grown all the way.
But there were still food sources, were they not?
Not viable food sources, as the goal of the crops weren't to be taken immediately or meant to grow and nourish into strong crops to feed all the people, not just to be taken immediately and feed one person.
So if you were starving and you saw a ungrown potato, you wouldn't take it?
If the potato was meant for the rest of society, and waiting would have helped
And
society more.
if the rest of the society was actually already well fed?
That's the issue. None decided we were starving.
I don't believe so. I did not see anybody die from starvation.
We're eating rotten flesh. We're suffering. Barely surviving off scraps. I mean, the aquatic species had to eat his family.
It's true.
All right, moving on. So you're telling me you placed a pumpkin on your head, and then this is going to be a bad way to say this, but dive bombed Drake Netsvend. Is that correct? And how many times did you do this?
Probably like 2-3 times until I had to go to the gym.
Okay, so you discriminatorily put a pumpkin on your head, killed Drake Netsvend 2 or 3 times. Drake Netsvend killed you once, let you regain all your items, and then now you're saying
That's
the pumpkin was
false.
not used in a discriminatory
He
manner.
stole all my items until I killed him again next to Arnav's old house, and that's when I regained my items, and that's when the crops were returned to Diwali and Asaj Potato.
All right, so the crops were returned. Is that correct?
In the end, after
Lydia,
I
is that you?
Ah, the goat!
So how many?
The goat has arrived! Yes!
Those are-
VDR!
Oh my god.
Is
Couple
it kind of
minutes.
late
Very
though?
good.
Like, we're
Okay.
gonna redo- I want to redo the entire.
Wait,
We're
you
not
want me to
redoing
continue?
it.
I'm not done.
Oh, you're done here.
All right,
Trust me.
So just to sum up here, right? So you placed a pumpkin on your head, and after saying it was in a non-discriminatory manner, you used it to sneak up on Dragnet Spend when he wasn't looking, not once, not twice, but 3 times, in order to kill him, send him back to World Spawn, and make him take time to come all the way back just to kill him again.
Self-defense.
And how was a non-armored, non-weapon holding player being dive bombed by an invisible entity self-defense?
Because he was harming the rest of society.
And did you try negotiations before you started dive bombing?
Yes, I'm pretty sure Diwali tried to negotiate, but failed to do so, and therefore I was sent to execute.
So you were a hitman.
Not hitman. I wasn't paid for it, but I was serving the country.
All right.
I
So
dedicated my heart,
you kill people for fun.
not for fun. I'm a militiaman. I work for the government. I work for the people.
All right. So would you say Dragnet Spend has taken anybody's life on the server?
Yes, you took my life, or he
Well,
took my life.
life that wasn't like life that caused serious damages,
What damage did
like
I cause?
armor items being lost.
Yeah, I lost a couple. Lost experience. I lost armor. I lost fireworks.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
lost.
whoa! You just said you got all your armor and stuff back.
Uh, I lost parts of it as their durability went down.
But you wear chainmail armor, no? Doesn't it just like can't you just make more?
I can't craft chainmail, so I can't make more.
So where do you get this armor from?
I buy it from villagers.
Okay, and how many emeralds would that be?
It's quite a lot. It's probably like 6, 7. You know.
Oh my gosh!
All
All right.
6, 7.
All right. So would you say, right, that no serious harm has been done by Drank Netspend besides a couple of crops in the early starting days of the server, a couple of armor durability points, and that's basically it. Am I correct? And I guess pumpkins on people's
Also
roofs.
emotional damage. Emotional
Okay,
damage.
but would you say if these crimes were committed in real life, would somebody get the death sentence? Would they? How would you describe the sort of punishment for this crime?
They would be
Emotional
fined.
damage
Sent
and
to prison.
armor durability.
Destruction of property actually, and also murder. There's also murder.
Yes.
Don't forget murder. Animal cruelty. Don't
Yeah.
forget that. Let's
In
just
self-defense.
hold on.
Animal
Self-defense.
cruelty.
Too.
We had a
You
negligent
killed.
owner on our hands here. I had to put the animal down.
We got vandalism, assault, animal homicide, thievery, hate crimes against avians and merlings. What else? What else we got here? Villager rights violations. You know, I remember you put a villager in a hole after the first ethnic cleansing. Who knows how many villagers are in holes to this day?
What? What?
Yo, what?
What that happen?
Yeah.
We're just adding charges right now, bro.
Wait. They get to
I
make
guess
their
bestiality.
they get to make
I
their
guess.
closing statements. Remember, let them make their. Maybe Adrian can turn.
All
this
right.
around.
So
Oh, based like
so would you say that the punishment for this would be more in reparations? I mean, no physical items besides durability and crops were stolen, were they not?
did
And they
you
were
forget? Did you forget everything else?
well, you lost armor durability points and chainmail. That's basically a couple emeralds. Am I not wrong?
A couple emeralds in this economy. A couple emeralds is a lot of emeralds. In the economy where the iron is not cheap, it's not free no more. This economy is
Well,
it's hard to get
so that's
emeralds these
why I'm
days.
suggesting would reparations not be a good solution to this problem? And would you
Reparations
say
would
that
be
people
a
should
positive.
decide what the reparations should be?
The people should decide. Yes.
Because what benefit is Dragnet's been contributing to the server after this if he's trapped in the end? Would you not agree?
What benefit are you contributing?
There would
right now?
be.
Well, that's why I'm
That's true.
suggesting reparations. That's the point of this case.
People like, oh,
reparations.
we the people.
Would you think it would be up to the people to decide what Dragnetspin must pay back to each player on the server? Would that
Yep.
not be a
If
fair
you're-
punishment?
If you're negotiating reparations, don't you plead guilty?
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Or
plead
well,
That is
no.
true.
Well,
Like yeah.
well, I'm suggesting what punishments would does Chicken Lord think would be fair?
Well, you wouldn't be punished if you weren't guilty.
Well, like, what would he say if like these crimes actually did occur?
So you acknowledge your
Oh,
guilt.
we already did give a prescription. I already asked them that.
I feel like going to the getting sent to the end or losing all your armor would suffice.
Why would we
Alright, I
send him
see.
to
And
the
where would
end?
this
He'd
go?
kill the dragon and then get an elytra. Like, that's his plan.
That's actually pretty true.
We
Yeah, but he's
we
stuck to the
outlawed
end.
elytras
He
though.
can't do anything there.
Yeah, elytras are banned, but he can still kill the dragon. Kind of.
Yeah, I have ender
You can
pearls, so
try.
I can just pearl onto the towers. And then I can just keep respawning and whittle the boss's health down.
We'll figure a way around it.
I've been
We'll figure it
raining.
out. Maybe put him in adventure mode.
I say we put him in a water prison. I like that idea more.
Water
I like
prison.
that idea a lot.
I like the idea more. That's a really good idea.
A great
I really
flood.
don't like that idea.
The Great Flood.
Alright,
Anyway,
alright,
are you done with this
Fly,
video?
yes, flood land.
Do you have any more further questions for Mr. Chickalone?
No, I'm done.
I would like to call to the stand Darknet Spend himself.
Good.
Alright, settle down, settle down. No more applause.
Alright. Finally, just me and you.
Whoa, whoa.
may continue.
the
No
code!
What did he pick?
You know the minute he got to his courtroom was burning down.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wait. Judge, may I be excused to escort Videorth here?
In a moment. In a moment.
Okay.
Let him do it now. It's gonna take a little while.
That's true. Actually, yeah, you're good. Yeah, run VC anyways. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, I left the
May I
stove
be
at home. Can
excused
go
to the
turn it off
restroom?
real quick? I'll be right back.
Pee in your mouth.
Okay.
Wait,
I will.
wait, how? I have a question. How do Endurians urinate? Because like you guys are like allergic to water. Right?
No, hell no. Shut the hell up.
Oh, they don't. They just hold it in.
Yeah. So when I die, there's just gonna be like a big explosion of water.
Oh, can you test that theory?
Where's it?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh, is this the sewer?
Oh, why is he geared? There you go. He's assaulting, bro. He's just gonna assault us, bro. He put his gear on.
Alright, anyway,
Oh, it
call
was
to the
cold
stand.
out.
You gotta answer questions.
Well, aren't we waiting
yeah,
for
yeah.
a Rocket Man?
No.
Nah.
You guys keep going. A Rocket Man is irrelevant to this case, in the nicest way possible.
He's at World Spawn, bro.
No, he's
Alright,
not.
now,
bro.
Mr. Rocketman. Now, you have seemingly belittled the monetary loss given to Mr. Chicken Lord 123, especially by insinuating that 6-7 emeralds is not a great deal. Now, how many emeralds do you have in your possession?
10. And that's my net
10.
worth.
10. So you currently have 10. Now, in what day of the server did you did you take from him this chainmail armor?
Well, I didn't take it. He got it back.
Okay, but
it
did
was
you damage it?
day one.
What period did you damage it?
I believe it was day 1 of the server. But he did have more than one armor set of chainmail.
And today.
So day 1, and now today is which day? Remind me.
I actually don't remember. What is it, like day 15 or something?
Today would be day 8, I
around
believe.
that. Around
Oh shoot, I was so off.
Right. So with that framework, we can kind of
There's a man drugging
extrapolate.
himself in the back of the courtroom.
Is that not his right?
Well, I guess so.
Who are you to judge the consumption patterns of your fellow man?
Do you have Narcan on you?
I have water.
That works.
Yeah. Anyway, to my point though, we can actually calculate the value because I mean, obviously, 10 emeralds today is not worth 10 emeralds on day 1, right? So if we figure about a 10% inflation rate, then in that period, I mean, it's safe to say that 6 to 7 emeralds is just about equal to your net worth. No?
That's correct. It could be equal to 10 emeralds.
So,
adjusting for
in other
inflation.
words, you took from Chicken Lord 123 the entire value of his net worth just for defending his community.
Well, I mean, I guess he dive bombed me 3 times, so it was in self-defense. I just didn't want to die another time.
Well, self-defense after you initially stole the crops.
I stole like 5 potatoes and 3 carrots, so
Yeah, we only had 5 potatoes and 3 carrots. You imposed famine conditions onto a new village.
well, I believe you guys could have planted wheat. Was that not an abundant food source?
Wheat. So you're saying that you have the right to dictate what the Commonwealth eats all because of your own tastes and preferences.
Well, I mean, if you're in a famine, you might as well like.
But it was
plant the most
it was a
plentiful crop.
manufactured famine. We were in famine until you forced us into famine.
Well, those potatoes would have taken a while to grow.
But we were using
I guess
bone
you
meal
were
on
in the
them.
famine at the
They
time.
were growing quite rapidly until you destroyed all of
Wait,
them.
wait. We need to hold
Wait,
on
wait, wait.
board
Are
for a minute.
You added GMOs to your.
The VIP has arrived.
Yo!
Oh my
A living legend.
Celebrity appearance.
Oh my
Video
god!
art, say something.
Can I get an autograph?
Yo!
Trust.
Yo!
Oh, so real, so true. All right, can we continue? I think.
Yeah.
Zoom court.
Judge,
Now,
you-
Mr.
you
Dragnet
return to
spend.
your, why did the judge just leave?
The judge is still here.
Yeah.
Whatever
Make sure your
question-
Now, Mr.
belongings are
Dragnet
not on
secured.
record.
Mr. Dragnet spend. No, let's get to the matter at hand. Now, you have claimed in your cross-examination with the previous witness that there wasn't a great deal of damage done, and therefore any reparations you have to pay would be minimal. But what I profess here
Leaving.
is that where did everybody go?
Yeah, yo, the accused cannot leave.
No, they
Guys,
just-
I'm the accused.
Yo!
British,
Hold on.
Where'd you go?
Come back. Everyone get back.
I'm
in the
back,
court.
I'm back. Don't worry, I'm
Whoa,
back.
whoa,
Vinny.
whoa, 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 no, yo. The Phantom, some
All right, gang. Who didn't sleep, bro?
Yo, where's Rocky Guy going?
Can we please
Probably-
proceed with
probably-
court?
nobody did some wrong here.
yeah,
Yes,
I'm
please.
almost done here, but we got to stay in. All right. Now, you've professed that your reparations be minimal because there's very little damage done. Now, one, you hadn't factored in the past value of the crimes you committed, right? Of course, 3 potatoes is nothing today, but it was everything to us back then. But secondly, and most importantly, you haven't measured the intangible aspects of what you've done. That is, you've created an atmosphere of terror. Every single person in this room is terrified of your retribution and the crimes you may commit against them in the future. And that has motivated a huge fall in productivity, a huge fall in server morale, and ultimately, that's something that can't be measured in monetary value. It can't be done in reparations. It can't be taken back. There's only one way to reconcile what you've done with the practices of justice, and that is several of the methods been proposed so far, my favorite of which being the water trap. Now, do you understand that you've caused
Cruel
a...
and unusual.
I would say that you're cruel and unusual.
Whoa.
Whoa. Is that racial bias right there? Cruel and
Well,
unusual.
no,
just
I
because
think
can-
we've demonstrated your cruelty, and I think we've
I've
demonstrated your
articles coming
peculiarity.
up. What the? Wait, what?
He does that.
Dude.
Now, Mr. Darknet Spend, do you believe that there is an emotional toll that has come from your crimes?
I do believe there is a very minimal emotional toll that has come from my crimes.
So, does that mean that even now, after hearing about the crimes that you've caused and the damage it's caused to each of these members who's testified today, you still belittle their experience?
Well, I've heard that they lost a couple durability points, and an animal abuser lost his horse because he was negligent. That's
So you
what
still
happened.
refuse to see him as anything more than an animal abuser. That's
Well, he left
heartbreaking.
he left his horse in the middle of a river.
You saw somebody come to the stands here and testify after being intimidated to put their lives in the line to speak their experience in order to better their community, and instead you slander them with claims of animal abuse. That to me indicates that you are not somebody who's learned from their mistakes. You are not somebody who will reform on their own path. You are somebody that requires serious state coercion to set you on the right path, the form of a water trap and a seizure of your current items that you use to enable your subjugation of the members of this community around you.
Is there a question there?
No, there isn't, because at this point, the only answer you can give is an answer for your crimes.
Oh, that's tough.
Please put your weapon away, sir.
Yeah.
The prosecution rests.
What is the fit, bro?
That's the fit, bro. He got that shit on, bro. He got that shit on. Like, you looking sweet,
Yo,
doggy.
what? You got an iron helmet? And some boots?
Do you want some iron? I can give you some iron. Okay.
Court reconvene.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, would the defense like some final words?
Yeah, sure.
You put the prosecutor
All
on
right.
stand.
Did you just slap me?
It was
Wait,
misinput.
that's brought
It was
back
misinput.
emotional trauma from day one of the server.
That was misinput.
Okay.
Consider us even after you shot me.
All right. Oh my goodness. Acquire hardware. All right. So, I would like to start by saying that DrankNet spend is actually a critical part of the server. The fear that DrankNet spend instills keeps everybody on the server vigilant, and there actually has been no decrease in productivity, seeing as we have a pork chop farm, we have a blaze farm, we have an entire court, and Arnov's just been building his house, I guess. I mean, I don't see a drop in productivity. I feel like the server is being very productive. I mean, you guys are all vigilant. you guys are actually paying attention to your surroundings. You guys are looking for where he might pop up. I'm like Batman, like you guys are like waiting to see where I pop up next. I mean, I feel like that's nothing but honorable. All right, I yield. Wait, let's just get this over with.
Yo! What's this guy up to? Yo!
Yo,
We got
what
another criminal on the loose, bruh. Yo, he suited up! Adrian!
All right, make your decision.
Yo! Stop that! Videos, what are you doing? We have a terrorist on the loose. No! Yo, he's...
running.
No!
Whoa! Darknet Sven just killed me.
All right. Someone punch him. Want someone one punch him? That'd be great.
All right, give me straight. Oh, well, damn.
Yo!
He dipped.
Yo! What?
He came
I'm back.
Okay. All right.
I would like to put it on the record that in the commotion, Darknet Sven just actually killed me.
And I'm down to 1 heart.
It was a misinput. I read.
It was a misinput. I was the only person in the water. Who'd you confuse me with?
Can you do me a favor? Can you go
I
down
thought you were the
here and get
terrorist.
my stuff?
Bro,
Why would Vidyarth be breathing in water?
Big Nash.
Yes?
Do me a favor, can you go down your sewer and get my stuff? I'd really appreciate that.
It's in the sewer?
Yeah.
All right, where is the staircase
Why you
downward?
just-
It's right here.
This is all
Okay.
VDR's fault, bro. Why did this guy want to burn the
I had
How
like
did
a
your
bunch
stuff
of
get in the
diamond
sewer?
blocks, and you would see it. You know when you see it.
Oh, it's all here.
Yeah.
Is it
All
safe
right.
yet?
My stuff is all junk, so I'm gonna do my best to take what I can. I'm gonna throw as much as I can out here for you.
Yeah.
Oops.
I got you.
And then anything that's mine is like
Make it.
Make it taste. Whose bed is he sleeping in?
Yo.
Whoa.
All right, someone
Drake
punch
wants to
Adrian.
just kill me again. What?
Can someone punch Adrian real quick? Just land one punch on him, and then
Yeah, I punched him, bro. I punched him
Can you
like 3
one-punch
times
him?
already.
okay. He left. Okay. I'm getting back on. It's
How are we supposed to
surprising.
one punch him?
Yeah, I
Yo,
think
give me like strength 5 million, bro.
bro, he's just scared to join, I guess. Someone
All
punch
right,
him.
I'll get the rest of the stuff.
I'm
I
gone.
see where
I'm
his
gone.
portal went. I see where his portal went, bro.
I said
Pearl.
I'm gone.
Shit,
Vignesh,
it's
come
alright.
back. I'll give you your stuff.
All right, I'm up here.
I think using commands
I've
here
gotten-
is justified, right? I mean, this is not a
It
violation
is.
of human
It's very justified.
I had a pick. Oh,
How?
yeah,
If
Alright.
four out
How
of
is
the
it justified?
4 out of the 6 people here say it's justified, then it's justified. I think it's justified.
Vox populi, vox dei.
Here, you had iron armor.
Yes.
Anyone else think it's
I was very
justified?
poor.
Can I kill Adrian? Is that fine?
Any objections?
Nope.
What if I just
All right, I
don't
think you
log
can do it
on?
then.
Here, I
Okay,
threw
I get
Vignesh.
3.
I threw Vignesh.
If you don't log on, that's great. That's what we've been wanting for so long.
That's actually-
Pranav,
that's
say
beautiful.
no. Pranav, say no, please.
Pranav,
please,
are you
please.
okay with me using commands to kill Adrian?
I don't.
Do you my helmet?
That's not a yes. That's not a
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
He says he doesn't care, so therefore we could do it if he wants.
Pranav, if you say no, there are a lot of great. I will reform, and a lot of great things will come to this server.
Do you see this man as someone who say the truth?
I will.
Pranav, can you
I will
spare me
make-
like 10 of the meat?
I will make a
Thank you.
I will make a gold farm as reparation.
It's actually pretty.
Is that fair?
Thank you. I want 3 gold farms.
3?
hard.
That's a bit greedy, no?
No, that way 3 of
You
us can
got this.
AFK at once.
You got this. You got
What am I supposed to do with this?
that. You have this. You have this.
It's gonna give me up. Honestly, I'll take it. I'm poor.
You got this chest plate.
Oh, he joined. Someone punch him. Someone land one punch on him.
Alright, I proed
Yes,
away.
can
You guys are not finding me now.
Good.
Good. We okay. He's a fugitive on the run now.
He does.
Wait,
He,
don't
he
use
underestimates the Lytra. He underestimates the Lytra.
You didn't
He
see my pro
doesn't understand
though.
I saw that shit. You ain't slick,
No, you
boy.
did not.
Ooh.
I was in
I
S5.
definitely
You
saw
didn't
that.
see me.
I definitely saw that.
There ain't no way.
Join, bro. Find out. We'll join right
Oh,
now.
who-
You'll find out.
Nah, I'm not trying to.
Putting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Scared little boy.
Alright,
Oh,
man.
whoa, whoa,
Alright.
whoa,
1v1 me then. Only diamond armor.
I
whoa,
bet.
whoa.
I can't wear diamond armor.
Would the judge read the
Oh.
verdict for the case?
The judge. Oh, he's guilty. Guilty.
What's the punishment?
Guilty. So what is the punishment? Damn. Water prison and confiscated all items.
Alright, where will the
And
diamonds
death?
go?
It'll go to charity.
Oh,
So
I
The
you-
Video Art Foundation.
the Earth. Yeah, the
Video Art Foundation.
The Video Art.
Yeah, sure.
Should we give it that netherite armor? You always try to burn down the court. I was like, put it down even more
Yeah,
into
but-
lava. Yeah.
Yo,
The
we
Video
are
Art's kind of like a
burning
natural
the court
disaster, you
down.
know?
He's
No
burning
way.
it. Yeah. I can't get it. There's someone help. Someone
Bro,
help,
Video
someone
Earth
help.
is just
Yeah,
like
he's
Adrian,
burning
but
it.
without the IQ, bro. Like,
I can climb the lava. I don't know if it's gonna